Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Greens, YT Gaming, coming at y'all with another video. And today we're going to be having another NBA topic discussion video. This video is going to be my top 10 NBA players coming into this season, in my opinion. If you want to leave down your opinion, just put it down in the comments down below. And if you don't want to go through all this detail, I'll put my list down in the description. But let's get straight to it. At number 10, we got the Denver Nuggets big man, Nikola Jokic. The dude's an absolute monster, a great passer. He can shoot the three, he can score in the post. His defense is a little inconsistent. He doesn't really protect the paint really well, but he does get rebounds, which is what he's supposed to do. He does his job, and he's a subpar three-point shooter for a big man, and proven on that through the years. His points per game is getting higher. These don't even show the stats from this year. I know he improved in points, and I think he improved in assists. He even gets steals for a big man as well, which is just great. He does everything on the floor, and I mean, you can say maybe there's people better than him that are not on this list, but he is the leader of this young Denver team, and this season, he carried the Denver Nuggets to the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. And last year they missed the playoffs as the 9 seed. So they jumped up that many spots with basically the same roster with him as the leader of the team. He has to be number 10 in my opinion. Now on to the next player at number 9. We got Dame Dollar. He's a bucket. I only say he's better than Jokic because he gets, like I said, he gets buckets. He does it all. Well, look, where is he at? Looking for this man right here. Alright, there he is. Dame Dollar. They have him rated at 92 at the end of the season, but he finished out strong. He had an MVP caliber type of year. He's always been a consistent scorer all his career, averaging 23 for his career. Probably went up, counting this season. He's a decent passer. He's not a great defender, but all short point guards like Curry and him and Kyrie are not great defenders. So I mean, I take that with a light grain of salt. But the dude's an absolute monster. He takes this team to the playoffs no matter what, year in and year out. He takes them to the playoffs year in and year out, no matter who's on the roster or anything like that. You can see the team, it changes besides him, CJ, and Nurkic. The team changes a few times. They add new players. And he still is able to lead this team to high goals. I mean, he's had them at a number 3 seed. He's had them compete. They even made the Western Conference Finals this year, beating Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets in that semifinal, Game 7. So, I mean, Dame is a bucket, and he's great. We all know what he did to OKC. I mean, that's why he's number 9 on this list. Now, on to the next player. We got at number 8, the 76ers big man, superstar player, Joel Embiid. If this man wasn't always injured, he could compete for a 6 or 5, in my opinion. Look at his stats. He improved this year too. I know that for a fact. He's always been able to rebound. He blocks shots at the rim. He's pretty mobile on his feet to play on-ball defense on people sometimes. He knocks down the 3 a little bit, and he scores on the post, and he knows how to draw fouls. I mean, he does everything pretty good. His passing is not the best, but he still knows how to pass the ball. And the man is only 24 years old, and he's already an absolute monster. If he just were to stay healthy, and he were to get a jump shot, they would have won the finals probably this year. And probably beat the Raptors instead of having Kawhi hit that shot. And speaking of Ben Simmons, he's kind of like an honorable mention. I mean, if he had a jump shot, he would be, being really honest here, I don't know if he'd be better than Giannis, but he'd be up there. He'd be in that top 10 for sure. And he's still got time to improve. He's only 21. So be on the lookout in the future for him to be a top 5, top 10 player in this league. But as of right now, his teammate Joel Embiid is a beast. He's leading the Sixers team for the past 3 years, I believe, to the playoffs. They've all had successful runs, but they just got to have that little extra push. And they got it this year with these players that they added, like Richardson and Horford, and the Sixers will be just fine. Now, number 7 on my list. Some people have him high, and he's great, and he's great and all, but I don't really have him in my top 5, and that's James Harden. He's a great passer. He is absolute bucket. He's a certified bucket. He scores whenever he wants to. He draws fouls. Sometimes there are questionable calls. He steals the ball. He always, actually looking at his career numbers, he gets a decent amount of steals. And he actually improved a little bit on his defense this season. He's still not the best defender though. But what we all know him for is his decent rebounding, his great passing, his great vision, and his great scoring. He's up there on the all-time greats for scoring. We all know the Rockets GM, Daryl Morey, talking about James Harden is the greatest scorer of all time, better than Michael Jordan. He is bugging out. That man needs to be checked. But his man, James Harden, is definitely an all-time great scorer in the NBA history. Now on to number 6. We got the reigning MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's better than James Harden only because he has the stuff that James Harden doesn't. He is a decent passer, a great rebounder for his height and his position. He scores at will in the paint. His three-point shot got better this season. He plays great on-ball defense because of his long wingspan. He can guard all positions 1 through 5. I remember when Jason Kidd had him run point guard for that one season, and he was lighting up, and that was really the beginning of the run for Giannis. All-out beast. He scores in the paint easily, and he blows by anybody that you put on him. That is why, in my opinion, he is the number 6 player on this list. Now, at number 5, we got LeBron's new teammate. I was about to go to the Lakers. The New Orleans Pelicans' former superstar, now Los Angeles Laker, Anthony Davis. He's better than Giannis and James Harden. We should notice, look at his stats over his career. He is already a certified Hall of Famer without injury. With injury, God forbid anything happens to this man, he is a Hall of Famer. Look at his stats. He's still young. He's 25 years old. He can knock down the 3. He's an improved shooter now. He shot 34% the year before this one. I don't know if he improved or not, but he averages about the same amount of points every year, same amount of rebounds. His passing, he's not known for passing. He's not a passing type of big man. He scores, though, a lot and puts up rebounds, steals, and he's a great rim protector, too. I remember I saw a video, Flight was like that. Anthony Davis does not protect the paint. That man don't know what he's talking about, because Anthony Davis is a shot blocker in that paint. And he's a bucket in the paint and from the outside. So, you can't go wrong with Davis. He's better than Giannis right now. He's better than James Harden and Embiid. And I expect him to rise up when all these other players get older as time goes by. Look at his age. He's only 25. 6 years, going on 7. What can you say? He's a great player, and we got more room to improve. Now, number 4 on this list, we got Steph Curry. Steph Curry is better than Anthony Davis. Here's why, and I counter Stephen A. Smith's list to having Anthony Davis ahead of him. I only have Curry ahead of Anthony Davis because, let's be real, he's way better shooter. He's the best shooter to ever touch this planet. He scores out well. He can drive to the basket. He's not the best defender. He gets decent rebounding numbers, and he's a great passer. But, Curry's better than Anthony Davis just off the fact that when you see Curry step onto the floor, who are you more scared of, Anthony Davis or Steph Curry? Steph Curry can give you a 50 ball off of just threes. If he hits 1 or 2 3-pointers, he's going to get in a rhythm. Anthony Davis, he's going to score on you at will, but it just won't be as harsh, you know what I mean, as Curry. He's taken this Golden State team from the ground up. He's won a championship without Kevin Durant. He probably could have had another one without Kevin Durant, but I mean, we don't know that. Kevin Durant, we all know he's also on this list, just higher. But at number 3, we got the Finals MVP reigning from the Toronto Raptors, now a Los Angeles Clipper, Kawhi Leonard. We all know why. He's a better defender. He's the best defender in the league. He can score on you with his mid-range game. He can score on you with anything, to be honest. He can hit the 3. These are stats from the year before this year. He didn't play that much, so that's why he only averaged 16. But he has all the positives you want. He's an all-around threat. He plays D. He scores on you. The rebounding, that comes in the matter of the game. It's just the flow. He took that Toronto team, and yes, Golden State was injured, but even in the Eastern Conference playoffs, he was taking that Toronto team to higher levels. He showed the difference between him and a guy like DeRozan, who's an all-star player. Kawhi Leonard is levels above that, and he took that same team DeRozan had to the finals, beat Giannis to get there, beat Joel Embiid and Simmons to get there, and beat Curry and Clay for the part of that series to win the championship and win their first ever ring for Toronto. I mean, there's nothing else you can say. The man is an absolute monster. He's a superstar player. And that's why he's better than the rest of the guys on these lists. Now, at number 2, we got Steph Curry's former teammate, the Snake, the new Brooklyn Net with his new teammate, Kyrie Irving. He just got hurt, Kevin Durant, off an Achilles tear. I hope he gets better. But from past career stats, he still deserves to be number 2 on this list. You already should know who's number 1. Number 2 on this list, though, is Kevin Durant. He's basically a 7-foot small forward with point guard handles. He can shoot the 3 in your face. He is the best scorer in the league. He shoots over you no matter what height you are, unless you're taller than him. He has a long wingspan. He is now a rim protector when he's in the paint. He's a good on-ball defender. The rebounds come naturally for him. He can swing the ball when he wants to. He got point guard abilities at a 7-foot small forward. There's nothing else to say. He got 2 championships. I know they're both for Golden State, and it's kind of jumping the bandwagon and forming a super team. But he was the best player, like overall talent, on that Warriors team. He's been the best overall talent on every team he's been on, even probably when he was younger in high school. I mean, the kid is not even the kid. The guy is a man. He's the man. He scores at will, and he gives buckets to anybody that's guarding him. And that's why he's number 2 on my list. And now at number 1, we all know the king, LeBron James. He is better than all these players on the list. Still going into year, I believe, 17, I think. Going into year 16, 17, one of those two. We all know what LeBron James is. He is a all-around talent. There will be nothing like LeBron James in this league. He can pass like a point guard. He's 6'8". He can play 5 positions on the floor if he wants to. He can run the 5 if they're running a small ball for a little bit. He can run the 4. He can run the 3, the 2, the 1. He has the IQ, top tier IQ in the league. He scores. His 3-point shot has gotten better as the years have gone by, which is crazy. We all know what he did with Cleveland, first beginning to take that trash Cleveland team in 07 to the finals, but lose. Then when he came back 2018 to take the trash Cavaliers again to the finals, but to sadly lose. But I mean, those are not really his fault. I mean, he's carried these teams and they just haven't been good supporting cast to him. He's done everything he can. If we can show you playoff stats in here, which we can't, he's an absolute monster. He's a 4-time MVP. He's got 3 rings and he might have 4 I'm not saying he's going to win this year, but he could have 4 in the next 3 years. Look at his first team All-NBA. His all-star streak is going to continue. He's got defense in his resume. He's won Rookie of the Year when he was young, even though we can debate that Carmelo Anthony probably could have won that Rookie of the Year because he did take the Denver Nuggets to the playoffs as a rookie and improved that team a lot and averaged just about the same amount of stats and better points per game. But I mean, shout out Melo, by the way, too. I hope he gets a team. I just hope it's not the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm a Knicks fan. I just would really hurt to see him on the Nets. But yeah, LeBron James, LeBron James, man, he's a monster, and in my opinion, he's the second greatest player all time behind Michael Jordan. He is Magic Johnson 2.0, the better version that can shoot. And there's nothing else to say, really. But it's just greatness. But anyways, if you enjoyed this list and you want me to make a part 2, maybe a 11 through 20, let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. It's your boy Greens YT Gaming, and peace.